Hello children, how are you all? Hope all you are fine. And for class 3 children, today I am going to tell textual reading from the lesson 4, okay, our beautiful country. Okay, so all of them take pencil, okay, keep the pencil where I am reading and underline the hard words where I underlined. Okay, now all of them open page number 221. Okay, so here you will be seeing this page. Okay, now first lesson name is our beautiful country. What is our country, children? Our country is India. Okay, so here this bit later I'll be going tomorrow I'll be telling, and today I'm going to explain and make you to read textual reading. Okay, so India is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Okay, so it has many landforms. Underline the word landforms. India has many landforms. Some places have mountains while other have flat land. At some places the land is made up of rocks. At some places land is made up of rocks. At other places it is covered with sand. At other places it is covered with sand. Let us read about these diverse landforms. Let us read about these diverse landforms. Okay, hills and mountains. A high land with a round top is called a hill. A high land with a round top is called hill. The Vindhya ranges in central India and the Nilagiri hills in South India are examples of hills. Okay, underline the word Vindhya ranges. Okay, so the Vindhya ranges in central India and the Nilagiri hills, underline Nilagiri hills. Okay, in South India are examples of hills. Okay, very high hills with sharp tops called mountains. Okay, very high hills and sharp tops or peaks are called mountains. Underline the word mountains. Okay, the Himalayan mountain ranges lie in the north. The Himalayan mountain ranges lie in the north. There are many peaks in these mountains. Okay, there are many peaks in these mountains. Most of them remain covered with snow. Okay, these Himalayan ranges are mostly covered with snow. Okay, so in the mountain regions it is cold throughout the year, because throughout the year mountain areas are cold. Okay, next Mount Everest. Underline the word Mount Everest. M-O-U-N-T, Mount E-V-E-R-E-S-T. On the Nepal-China border is the highest peak in the Himalayan mountain ranges. Okay, so Mount Everest is the highest peak, okay, in the Himalayan mountain ranges, as well as in the world. Not only in the Himalayan ranges but also in the world, Mount Everest is the highest peak. Remember this point, children. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. Okay, next, many rivers such as Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj and Brahmaputra originated in these mountains and flow down to the plains. Okay, these rivers are formed by the melting snow. Okay, so from these mountains there are some rivers were originated. That rivers are Ganga, Yamuna, Satluj and Brahmaputra originated in these mountains and flow down the plains. Okay, so these rivers, how these rivers formed, how these rivers got water? By melting of snow. Okay, so when the snow is going to melt, no, so from that snow these rivers are going to form. Okay, so there are many landforms in India, no. So first we will discuss about plains. Flat and level land is called a plain. What is plain? Flat and level land is called a plain. To the south of the Himalayas lie the Great Plains of India. South side of the Himalayas, we will be seeing a Great Plains of Himalayas. Underline the word plains and learn this spelling. Okay, P-L-A-I-N-S, plains. So in the plains, summers are hot and the winters are cold. How the climatic condition? Summers are hot and summers are hot and winters are cold. Rivers such as Ganga and Yamuna flow through these plains. Okay. So in these plains, Ganga and Yamuna rivers are going to flow. The rivers have made the soil fertile. Underline the word fertile. So with the help of this river water, the soil will become fertile. As a result, many crops are grown here. If the soil is fertile, then we can grow many crops. If the soil is dry, we can't grow any crops. If it is fertile, we can grow many crops. There is a narrow strip of flat land along the eastern and the western coasts of India. There is a narrow strip of flat land along the eastern and the western coasts of India. It is known as the Eastern Coastal Plain and Western Coastal Plain respectively. These plains meet at Kanyakumari. Okay, so all these plains are going to meet at the end point of the India. It means that is in Kanyakumari. Rivers such as the Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri flow through these plains. In the southern part, these rivers are going to flow and fall into the sea. Okay, so at last the river water is going to meet in the sea. The coastal areas are neither very hot nor cold or very cold. So the coastal areas will be always, the climatic condition is, it will be very hot nor very cold. Okay. Next, plateaus. High land with steep sides and a flat top is called a plateau. What is plateau? Underline the word plateau. Okay, what is plateau? A high land with steep sides and a flat top is called plateau. The southern part of India is a plateau. So the southern part of India is called to be as plateau. The southern plateau is called a Deccan Plateau. So we also call the southern plateau as a Deccan Plateau. Underline the word Deccan Plateau. It covers the largest area of our country. The region is surrounded by hill ranges on three sides. It has an uneven surface. The land is hard and rocky. It is less fertile, underline the word fertile, less fertile than the plains. Okay, so compared with the plains, these land is hard and rocky and it is less fertile compared to the plains. There are many rivers in the Deccan Plateau. Okay, so there are many rivers in the Deccan Plateau. They depend on the rain for water. So these rivers which are in Deccan Plateau, these rivers are depend on rainwater. As a result, Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Satluj, these rivers were depend on Himalayas. From the Himalayas, the snow is going to fall down, and when the snow is going to melt, at that time the water is going to release. From that water, rivers were formed. Okay, so with Himalayan snow, that rivers, north part of the rivers are going to move, and these rivers are depend on rainwater. Okay, some parts of plateau are covered with thick forest. Okay, so these plateaus, this Deccan Plateau have thick forest. The southern part of India is surrounded by water bodies on three sides. Okay, so three sides of India is covered with water bodies. If you see this map here, this is the south part of the India. Okay, so this south part of India is surrounded with water bodies. See here in the east side we will be seeing Bay of Bengal, west side we will be seeing Arabian Sea, down to the Indian Ocean. Okay, so these area we also called it as peninsula. So that we also call the southern part of India as a peninsula. When the area is going to surround with water, then we call that as peninsula. See here, this type of land is called a peninsula. This type of land is called peninsula. Underline the word peninsula. See map 4.1 and find out the names of the water bodies that surround the India. Already I have shown you, right? So east part is surrounded with Bay of Bengal Sea, and west part surrounded with Arabian Sea, and the bottom of the sea is surrounded with Indian Ocean. Okay, next turn the page. Okay, next deserts. Deserts, a large area of land covered with sand is called deserts. See here, this is desert. Okay, so the area totally covered with sand. Okay, in the western part of India lies the Indian desert. Okay, northwest of the India, this desert was situated, also called Thar Desert. We call the desert as Thar Desert. Remember this point, children, Thar Desert. Okay, Indian desert is called to be as Thar Desert. It covers a large part of Rajasthan. So this desert is in Rajasthan state. Large part of Rajasthan is covered with this desert. This area is hot and dry. How this area is? This area is hot and dry. It gives very little rainfall. Very few plants and trees grow here. Here the very few, because there is little rainfall, there is no water properly, so very little rainfall is going to fall here. Next, islands. Underline the word islands. A piece of land surrounded by water on all sides is called island. There are two groups of islands in our country. Okay, so islands means total completely surrounded with water, or some area is in the water, so we call that as island. Okay, so in India we have two main islands, that is the Andaman and Nicobar islands. Underline the word. Andaman and Nicobar islands lies on the eastern side of the Bay of Bengal. Okay, the Lakshadweep islands lie on the western side in the Arabian Sea. Okay, Andaman Nicobar islands were situated in Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep islands were situated in Arabian Sea. See here, if you see this map, here you will be seeing. Okay, so this is the area, the small dots you will be seeing now. So this is the island. It is in Bay of Bengal, that is Andaman Nicobar islands, and the west side it is Lakshadweep, small dots, very small than Andaman Nicobar islands, and here this is Lakshadweep. We call this as Lakshadweep. Okay, this is all about today's class, children. Hope all you have understand. Learn thoroughly the lesson. Learn the words which I underlined. Okay, see you in the next class, children. Take care.